Hey everyone, it's Vintage Vinny and welcome to another haul video. Everything I'm going to be sharing with you today came from a small little shop located in Smithsburg, Maryland. So long story short, I had a dentist appointment last Thursday. Actually, it was supposed to be on Friday. I got my days mixed up. So I said, I'm already out and about. Let me see where I can go. So I went up to a town called Smithsburg, Maryland. It's about 20 minutes away from me. And I had had this one shop on my radar. I'd seen it because I'm always looking for new places to go check out. And I knew that there was a shop up there that was like a boutique of like our franchise of Goodwill that we have here. And I'd heard about it. I'd seen it being advertised in my local store, and I wanted to at some point check it out. So I did, and prices were pretty good. I think there was like only one expensive item in there. And it was a very small store, but it looked like a boutique store. I just didn't find anything in there, at least this time. So I said, I'm already out in the area. Why don't I see what else is around? And then I found a place called Salvage through Time, which a while ago I had looked at to see, if it may be worth stopping. So I said, what the heck? It wasn't far away from the boutique-y Goodwill. So I went ahead and checked it out. Walked in, looked around. I thought they were transitioning from... because they had Christmas out still, so I thought they were doing, packing up all the Christmas, putting out all their Easter stuff. I didn't find out until, I think maybe 10 minutes in that the store was closing. And I was sad to hear that, because this was my first time there. So I looked around, saw a few things that caught my eye, and, of course I always am curious about what the pricing is like. And this item right here, this Collier's magazine cover, which I thought would be really cool to put out at summertime, because she's eating an ice cream cone. It says, "Watch your weight." This is from May 30th, 1953. And I picked it up and I looked at it, and I saw the price on there. As you can see, it was $14.95, and I was like, as much as I love it, I don't know that I can pay that. I'll let the book fall. You guys will see it at some point. So I walked around, excuse me, saw some other things that caught my eye, and it wasn't until like maybe 10 minutes in that the really nice ladies who own the store told me, hey, this whole store is 75 off. So that kind of changed things. So I was able to pick up a lot more than I would have normally. If there hadn't been a 75% off sale, I would have spent $193.70. With that sale of 75%, I saved $145.28, bringing my total to $51.33. So some things will be for sale. Of course, some things I will be holding on to, maybe for other sales that I do with other people. But yeah, still found some pretty neat things. I know that a lot of people like this kind of stuff, these floral items. I'll have to clean that better, get the sticky residue off, but it's got floral design on it. You get the idea. People like that stuff, and again, for the 75% off price, that was like $1. So I might sell that for about $7 or $8. I did find this Better Homes and Gardens dessert cookbook, and don't mind the placemat that just fell. So this is from, I want to say it's from the 60s. Let's see if I'm correct here. Yep, 1960. So there's bound to be some really interesting recipes in here. Maybe some that are a little Like, ooh, very dated. Like, we wouldn't want to make that today because it just sounds gross. Like Katie trying the crazy Jello recipes from yesteryear. That girl's brave for trying some of that. I couldn't stomach it. So this is really cool. This is a placemat for Natty Boh. It's of the Chesapeake Bay area. And like I said, it was made by the Natty Boh, or National Brewing Company. That's located in Baltimore, Maryland, and this is from 1959. So it looks like it's got a bunch of different ships and things like that and different pieces of history. Excuse me. So I thought that was really cool. So I definitely picked that up. I also got this, I think this is supposed to be a table runner or something. It's got hair on it. I apologize. That's what happens when you live with cats and they're curious about every little thing that you bring into the house. So I may wash that, clean it up, air it out. What did they call it? They called it a doily, but I don't believe that this is a doily. This looks more like a... Oh, maybe it is kind of a doily. It's large. Probably something you put in the center of the table. I will, of course, be washing that before I sell it. I think somebody might really like that. So this is what initially attracted me to it, the flowers in the basket. I think that would be great for summer and fall, too. Forgive me while I fold that back up. So that was definitely worth picking up for 75% off. This is the book that fell earlier. I tried to get it to stand up, but I couldn't. It's called The Blackboard Jungle. It's a novel of juvenile delinquents. So, you know, the Rebel Without a Cause era, the 50s, you know, that was kind of a big cultural change for us all back then. You know, kids started rebelling against their parents, and it was just, that was my grandmother's era. My grandmother was well, let's see, if it was 1955, she was 16, going on 17. So this came out in 54. So, you know, maybe a year or two before Rebel Without a Cause came out. Very iconic movie if y'all have never seen it. It's kind of cheesy, kind of dated, but it really speaks to the era of, you know, kids, teenagers, adolescents, really, I guess you could say, finding their own voice and trying to discover who they really are versus the standard norm that it was in decades past. You get the idea. So this I found just laying out willy-nilly. This is just a kitchen cleanser, little pamphlet. I assume it probably came with the product, or maybe it was like a little giveaway if you were to maybe go to the store and they were promoting this item. So I thought that was really cool. Never seen an eyeglasses case with a little game on it. I've got a strange interest in things that are like this. I mean, it's an eyeglasses case. Yes, there's probably millions of them out there, but this one is rather unique. I've not seen one where it has a little, like a dime store type toy on it. Unfortunately, there are no glasses in it, but that is okay. I think it is just cool as it is. And then this caught my attention. I love Zodiac stuff. I don't know why. I wish it would have been a Taurus because that is what I am. I am not sure of the era. I want to say the 60s because that was like the era for like Zodiac, like 60s and 70s. So I thought that was definitely cool. So these were really interesting. I saw them, I think they were just laying down amid a bunch of other things. They're very different, ornate. They're definitely old. I mean, this one has got the most damage on it, but I think that adds to the character. And it looks like maybe they were in somebody's garage at one point because they spilled black paint on it. But I mean, look at the back of that. I mean, that definitely screams old, doesn't it? Maybe turn of the last century? I can picture these maybe like on a wall. Like, you know, like that. The big one in the middle, and then big one in the middle, and then this, or no, the two small ones on the end and the big one in the middle is what I was trying to say. So I thought they were interesting, and they were, I mean, reasonably priced. I mean, let's see. With the discount, of course. The mirrors, I think they were maybe like $8 for the set of 3, which is very good, I think. Like I said, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these just yet. Aside from, like, this one having lots of paint chips on it, I think that honestly adds to the character of it, though, personally. I'm not really sure what's going to happen with those. I mean, eventually they'll be for sale, but I'd like to get an era on them. I'd like to, like, get a style. I want to say it's maybe Hollywood Regency, like not 1960s Hollywood Regency, but like turn of the century Hollywood Regency. So those were definitely very, very interesting and very, very cool. All right, so these are some fun pieces. This goes to an elevator. I think this was the button that you pushed, or this is where the button would go that you would push to either go up or down. So I thought that was a really neat piece. As you can see, it has been worn down. And unfortunately, there is a little bit of a chip on the 2 for the 12. But this is definitely an old piece. I'm not sure where this came out of. Maybe a high-rise building or maybe some kind of office. But I thought that was definitely worth rescuing, and you could definitely hang that on the wall. I'm going to probably look it up and see if it has any value. We'll see what happens. And then this piece, I don't normally buy these because they really don't hold a lot of value, but I loved the color of this box. The black, the white, and that like turquoisey aqua color. This is Porter Microcraft Microscope Lab. Let me go ahead and open this up for you all so you can see what's in it. So here's the inside. The microwave. The microscope is still in there, and some of the original contents are in there as well. We got all the original pamphlets, and these just kind of fell out of here nonchalantly. These look like little slides that are in their original box, and that was not focused. I apologize for that. So I thought that was really cool. And this looks like Diatomacacia macicis something. I have no idea what that is. But that, I thought, was just a really neat display piece. With the discount, this was originally $44.95. I think after the 75% off, it came to about $11 and change. So I'm going to get this in better... Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. Allergy season is getting bad over here. I need to start getting some allergy meds into my system. We've got those white flower sprouts growing on our trees up front, and I know that's contributing to my allergies. So anyway, I'm going to clean this box up, get it in better displayable shape because I love this. I think this is great. And what's even cooler is that this was made locally. So it's a local piece, which explains why the shop was asking me $45 for it originally, even though that's not nearly what they go for. At least I don't think. I'll look it up and see, but I like it just for the displayability of it, and the box is cool nonetheless. Alright, so we are getting down to the nitty-gritty. I've got just these items here and then one other item to share with you all. I got a whole big bag of matches. Originally I thought it was 55 cents for all of them, but no, they were 55 cents each before the 75% off. So all of the matches were $34.65. With the discount, they came to about $8. And it is... What did I just do with the bag? So this whole paper bag is full of different matches. I just pulled out a few of the different ones, or the more interesting ones for you all to see. Just so you got an idea of what was in there that made me buy them. So this one's really cool. This one is... Ooh, that's not focused at all, is it? This one has a... looks like they were giving away a scarce stamp. Free, valuable U.S. stamps. So I thought that was really interesting. And these are definitely old because they have a front striker. This one I liked a lot because this one says Art Talent Hunt. It's got different, like, art utensils and such on it. They just don't make stuff like this anymore. Granted, they don't want people smoking indoors anymore, so that's probably why they don't give them away. You can still buy matches today, but... This one says, Teen Queen brand foods at their best. Queenie says, you'll like my new recipe book. Free, send in coupon inside. And this was the Creasy Company in Louisville. Golden Isle. That was really cool. I loved that. So there were a few of these in there. I guess it's to help people get their GED back in the day. So that was really, really cool. This one is advertising dog food. So I thought that was really, really cool. Also has a front striker. And then this one is for Sexton Quality Foods. Now I haven't decided if I am going to sell that whole bag or if I'm going to piece some of them out, because we have a few that are like, they all fit in the same category. Like there's birds and flowers that are like that were made by the same company and such. So I will see what happens there. So those were some interesting pieces. And the only other item that I'd like to share with you all that I thought was really cool is... So we're standing in an awkward position here because I wanted you all to see this. So as you can tell by the rustic look of this, forgive the stuff in the background, this is an old sun tanning lamp. I just thought it was really, really cool. I loved the look of it. It is a little bit warped, but I think I might be able to get this off maybe with a magic eraser or some rubbing alcohol. I'm going to leave the patina on this because I think that just adds to the character of it. But I definitely want to polish up the silver part of it. And like I said, it's definitely older. Look at the dial. That is so cool. Now, unfortunately, the cord is roached. They said they plugged it in and it hummed, but I don't trust it. I just think this would be a really cool piece for decor. Let me go ahead and flip up underneath it so you guys can see the bulb there. This is a coil glass bulb. It even has the original warning sign right there that says, don't look at this without goggles on. Just a really cool piece of electronic from back in the day. With the discount, this came to about $6.24. So definitely a really cool piece. I think this would look awesome in an industrial themed area. I would probably put it as decor in like my living room or something. Because it is really, really cool. And like I said, I don't think I've ever seen one this old. I mean, this has to be from, I don't know. It's just definitely got age. I think it's actually supposed to be this way because the cord hole is over here. It's a little bit unstable, but this piece is older. Like I said, it was $6 and change. I just love it. I think it is a really cool piece of salvage, I guess we could call it, because it is called Salvage Through Time. So, folks, that concludes my haul from Salvage Through Time in Smithsburg. I'm sad that they closed, but I was happy to be able to give them a little bit of business before they shut down for good. Let me know down below in the comments section what were your favorite items from this haul.